Everything's all cool. Everything's all cool. Oh, hello there. Welcome to the Anime Podcast Show. And I'm your host, Luigi. I'm going to be talking about anime in general. What's going on in the world of anime, between dub and subs. There's some interesting things you know or don't know about your shows. Shows you heard of, shows you don't heard of. Anything else? Maybe fun facts about your anime shows. But there's some interesting things. Everything. Um, and also I'll be talking about your favorite shows I would like to talk about. Yeah, everything. Everything I would like to talk about is all about anime. Hopefully you all gonna enjoy the show. So let's get it started, y'all. Let's get started. So the first segment of the show, I would like to call it, what anime shows are you watching during this pandemic? This segment is about, the whole world shut down with COVID, so everyone's staying home. And if you're a fan of anime, you can catch up with your anime shows or movies you can take a look at, like shows you don't know about, or you wanna rewatch, or maybe just restart from where you want to start your show. Yeah. Or if you want to get into a new show, like me, I got into a lot of shows. I think I got to like 27 shows or more than that. And there's going to be a lot of particular shows I would like to talk about. And the first particular show I would like to talk about, but this series, I got into it before lockdown happened. And this show I am talking about Madoka Magica. Madoka Magica is an original anime series produced and studio by Shaft. The show premiered in Japan on TBS and MBS between January to March of 2011. But the final 2 episodes were delayed until April of 2011. The story follows a group of middle school girls led by protagonist Madoka Kaname, who made a contract to become magical girls from Kyubey. Well, Kyubey is kind of the cat in the show, but whatever. To battle surreal enemies known as witches. The series made success from their narrative, visuals, themes of the story, and soundtrack, and made phenomenon in Japan. They made a manga series, made a couple of video games, couple of mobile games, made 3 theatrical movies, Beginning, Internal, and Revelation. And also, he made a spin-off anime series. Also, that series received a 2nd season run. Aniplex of America licensed the series, including the English dub on DVD and Blu-ray between February 14th and June 12th of 2012 in the United States. Manga Entertainment is the UK's license. They licensed the series on October 29th, 2012 in a complete collection. Madman Entertainment, who distribute anime in Australia, they licensed in 2013. Also, Australia is the only country to premiere the English dub on television in an English format. They premiered it on ABC3, as of now is ABC Me, on June 29th of 2013. Follow-up from their early preview of the series on January 6th, 2013. The dub started streaming on Viz Media's streaming service Neo Alley in late of 2013. What was the reason why I got into the series? Well, in the beginning of March, I was curious about the show, don't know nothing about Madoka Magica, and I was like, you know what, let's take a look at this series. And I'm very interested of it. So with Madoka Magica, started added to March of 2020, but then all of a sudden COVID happened. So I was like, should I finish it during quarantine? And I did finish it during quarantine. And also, I've recognized the English dub cast from other past anime shows I'm watching. So I was like, you know what, let's take a look at it. And I really, really enjoyed the series. And when lockdown happened, I was like, I want to finish the series. And I totally finished it at the end of April. Now, let's get to the next segment in the show. Alright, we got another segment in the show. this one I like to call it Topic of the Week. So basically, this is a type of topic all about anime. Like example, if you want me to talk about favorite shows, or I don't know, maybe something like favorite um moments of anime you love, or maybe I would like to talk about reboots about anime. Like, which shows would you like to see in a reboot series? I don't know. I don't know. So there's some interesting things I would like to talk about. So this week's episode of the topic, and it's called "What Anime Shows and Movies Are You Looking Forward for 2021?" Um, so there are a lot of shows came out throughout the year, but there's a lot of things you guys heard about, you guys don't know about. This is like an announcement, kind of, but yeah. So let's get it started. Where it all started for this year, for the winter, the summer, the fall, and the spring of 2021. So here are the shows and movies was released throughout 2021. All right, let's get to the movie side. So already we have the Sailor Moon Internal Movie Part 1 and Part 2 in January and February of this year. But I would say the movie went kind of success in Japan. Well, I would say when the movie comes out on Crunchyroll, I'm thinking that they will do a 4th season run on Crunchyroll. But I'm saying that I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to divide it, a 2-part movie into a 12 to 14 episodes, I would say, for season 4 of Sailor Moon Crystal. But look what they did for Burn the Witch, because Burn the Witch, they divided 3-part episodes from a theatrical movie they released in Japan. If you look at Digimon Adventure Try, a 6th theatrical run in Japan, but in Crunchyroll, they divided into a 22-episode run. I think that's what they're doing for Sailor Moon Crystal for their internal movie. I don't know. That is my thoughts about it. There was a movie supposed to be out in January 23rd of this year, but then it was delayed again. But it finally got released on March 8th, 2 months later. Well, less than a month later. But I'm talking about the Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0. The 1.0 plus 1.0 movie, I heard it's a very well success, better than the third rebuild Evangelion movie. So the rebuild of Evangelion is kind of a reboot of the Evangelion main series. I think they were trying to change it up, the finale. I think this one is better than the series itself. That's what I'm saying. Or the end of Evangelion movie. That's what my opinion is. So let's see what we have in the TV side of anime. So let's get started with the ReZero Season 2 Part 2. So as of this video comes out, possibly it'll be finished by then. It'll be finished by then. But if you don't know about the second half's plot of the story, I'll read it to you. So after learning more behind the death loop and witches of sin, Subaru vows to save Emilia and his friends from further doom. In the second half, premiered on January 6th of 2021. Next up in the list, there's a brand new show just came out in January. If you guys watched the show, or if you haven't seen the show, this show I'm talking about, So I'm a Spider, So What? It's a really interesting show. It's based on a light novel, of course, from the same name. So the summary of the series is this girl who was reincarnated as a dungeon spider and her struggle to survive it. The show premiered on January 8th of this year. I've watched the show. It's so damn funny. It was super funny. I've never thought that this show is gonna be the most funniest show I've ever seen in isekai style of an anime series. So, but not only this show came out, there was another show came out on the same day with Summer Spider So What. that Promised Neverland Season 2, a long-awaited second season, it was supposed to be out in October of last year, but it didn't happen due to COVID's production problems in Japan. That's what I heard about. It's finally here. What will happen? What happened to Emma and the other kids at the end of the first season? I don't know nothing about Season 2's Promised Neverland. I've only seen the first episode. But I heard, because some people are saying, oh, they skipped the good parts and they skipped a couple of arcs from the manga, or I think they're just trying to make it faster in the anime format. I think that's what they're trying to think. That's my opinion about it. But still, I don't know nothing about second season. Next up in the list just came out, Cells at Work Season 2 and Cells at Work Code Black. But let's get started with Season 2 of Cells at Work. First, it was transformed into a theatrical release in Japan as a movie format before it came back as a regular episode. And it premiered in January 9th of this year. I have not seen the second season of Cells at Work, and they only aired 8 episodes, and that's it. Why 8 episodes? They should have made longer episodes. Like, the first season did like 12 episodes, but not like not another 12 episode run. But I'm looking forward to see it. With second season of Cells at Work is Code Black. If you heard about Code Black, it's a spin-off manga of the same name. And said here that this one produced by a different studio. It's a different version from the main series, which is set in a black environment of a body suffering an unhealthy lifestyle. That's the only summary I got. And the series premiered on January 10th of this year. Next show, still airing at the moment, but this show is coming to an end very soon. Or is it? But the show I'm talking about is Seven Deadly Sins. Seven Deadly Sins is closing their chapter of the anime. So originally, this season was supposed to be out in October of last year. Same thing with the Promised Neverland, but it didn't happen. But it got delayed until January 13th of this year. I haven't seen the final season of Seven Deadly Sins. The series so far is really, really intense, like what they said in the manga. But you know what? It's a really, really interesting show. Great characters. We have a great storylines throughout it. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. Last show I want to mention before we get to the new stuff I want to mention about, and that is Dr. Stone Season 2 or Season 2 Stone Wars. The Stone Wars storyline is focusing on the same story in the manga series, and it premiered on January 14th of this year. I have not seen Dr. Stone's second season. I freaking love Dr. Stone. It's one of the kind of a greatest anime series in 2019, but it's really interesting. Great story, great characters. It's so damn interesting. On March 27th is going to kick things off in spring. And that is the My Hero Academia Season 5. And also the untitled third theatrical movie. My Hero Academia Season 5 kicks off after the end of Season 4 with the Pro Hero arc. So at the end of the last episode of Season 4, Deku is dreaming and sees the previous users of One For All. After that dream, he wakes up and he activates the One For All in his sleep. And that will lead up to the 5th season and to the next arc of the anime, Joint Training Arc. So if you guys know about the training arc, but if you guys want to know about the synopsis of the story, but here it is. So this arc is focusing on the same story from the manga series. Class 1A and Class 1B compete against each other in a joint training battle. I don't know anything about it. We just saw a little bit of footage about it from the trailers and all that. This season will premiere on March 27th of this year. Speaking of more My Hero Academia, as of now, from November of last year, they announced that the third My Hero Academia movie is underway right now. And it's going to be out the summer of 2021. Hopefully. But I've heard right now they're saying we're gonna get new information during the new season of season 5, I think. I think it's Saturday the 27th? I think so. I don't know. That's what I heard about. That's the only information I got so far. Oh my gosh, we just got some news that the third My Hero Academia movie is getting a release date. And the date is August 6th of 2021, with a new teaser and a title of the movie. And the name of the film is called World Heroes Mission. Let's get to the next show. The next up is Fruits Basket Season 3, the final season. So, Fruits Basket's final season is the final stage of the anime, starting from the third page of chapter 998 to chapter 136 is the final chapter. I still don't know nothing about it, but I heard one of the characters who's gonna end up with Toru. But I think there's gonna be a happy ending, because I know there'll be a happy ending. I heard we got a little bit of information, like, well, not information, but I mean, like, the first episode out, I think. That's the only information I got. But it will be out on April 5th of 2021. Oh my freaking gosh. I am super, super excited for a new show is coming out very soon. And I really, 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 really want to talk about it. The show I'm talking about is the End of Zero anime. It's a new manga and anime series from the creator of Fairy Tail and Rave Master, Hiro Mashima. I'm looking forward to see this series, and it'll be out on April 11th of 2021. I heard it's going to be on Netflix. I'm not mistaken, but I don't think it's going to be on Netflix. If it is, it'll be awesome. Super, super awesome. Oh my gosh, another incredible series I am looking forward to see, and it's one of my favorite isekai series besides of Konosuba and Re:Zero. I'm talking about Shield Hero. Shield Hero is one of the best isekai series, but that's my opinion about it. But still, I've really, really, really enjoyed Rising of the Shield Hero with their first season. The series is coming to their second season run. In 2019, Crunchyroll's Expo, they announced that a second season and a third season are in production. But from last year's 2020 virtual Crunchyroll, is they saying that they're going to premiere it in 2021. But when 2021? They never revealed it. There was another online convention happened throughout March, and it's been revealed that a second season is premiering this October of 2021. I'm super excited. So when we last saw these characters with the last we saw them with Naofumi, Raftalia, Fila, Melty, and so many great characters we met throughout the first season. It's gonna get bigger storylines we're going to see throughout this season and the follow-up season. Now, let's talk about a little information I got, but not a big ones, just a little here from there. So first of all, I've mentioned earlier about Seven Deadly Sins, that isn't their final season about it, but it is going to come to an end very soon. But not for long, because we got a new name, and they announced the beginning of the year saying not only season 5 is the last season, we're getting another movie. And the new movie is called Cursed by Light. What does that mean? Well, it's taking place at the end of season 5. Yeah. But now we got a little information that a new teaser just came out, and a new visual poster, and the new visual, it says, "Farewell, Seven Deadly Sins." What's that mean? Are they going to split up? Are they not going to see each other for one last time? But we're going to find out when the movie hits out on July 2nd of 2021. Speaking of movies, this one is the most anticipated anime film of 2021. But I'm talking about Sword Art Online. If you've seen the latest episode, or last episode of Alicization saying SAO will be back, I'm talking about it. The SAO progressive movie. So the movie is taking place where the first season is. This is kind of a reboot of the first season, but this is kind of Asuna's perspective and how did she get into the SAO game before she met Kirito throughout the story. But this is a kind of a reboot of the main story, but as a progressive version of it. But when we saw in the main series, in the anime episode version, that it's just Kirito's perspective. It's the male's perspective. But now in a movie version, we're gonna see Asuna's side as a female perspective in the story throughout it. So we don't know much about the movie, the information of where it's taking place or something like that. But this film is been adapted from the first volume of the progressive light novel series. These novel series is the new version of the SAO tale from the beginning of Kirito and Asuna's journey in the difficult world of Ironclad. Just got some news now that we got a release date for the SAO movie. And it's going to be out in the fall of 2021 with a brand new teaser of the movie. Last but not least, this show, I am talking about Demon Slayer. As of now, the film made successful, and now a second season is coming. So a second season of Demon Slayer has been announced right after the box office success of the Mugen Train storyline movie. So now the episodes are in production underway for their second season of Demon Slayer. I'm really excited about it. Speaking of Demon Slayer, I got another segment. I think this will be the last segment of this episode, but we'll see. But the segment is called Anime Movies You Saw in Theaters. The movie I saw was Demon Slayer Mugen Train. Finally got the chance to see it, and I freaking enjoyed it because of the storyline, great character development, the soundtrack, the theme of the film, and more I can take. So here's the summary of the movie. So the movie is fully adapted in the Mugen Train arc of the manga. So it's taking place at the end of episode 26, where Tanjiro, Nezuko, Zenitsu, and Inosuke was boarded a train in their mission. I think I don't want to spoil it, but see the movie. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the first episode of my podcast. Thanks for listening and watching. There are some interesting topics you all gonna hear. More shows I'll be talking about throughout it. Also suggest to me in the comments which topic or show you want me to talk about. I'll add it to the list. And thank you so much for watching, and give it a like and a subscribe on my YouTube channel. And I'll peace out. And peace.